What's up, guys? Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're not playing my list today. If anyone was watching the stream for the calling, we had a Fatigue Lyath make it a top 4 finally, which is awesome. And today we are going to be playing their list. And also just going it over real quick. It's pretty different from the one I run. Obviously same core of cards, but there's a couple things that I do not run in my list, though I can see why they're good. Little Bigfoot, great attack for us. You know, this is a 4 for 8 at red and a 4 for 6. No, yes, 4 for 6 at blue. But yeah, we got all the standard defensive tools: Blessing of Serenity, Drag Down, Fiddlers, Oasis, Sigil of Solace, blah, blah, blah. This is actually a little bit more defensive than my list as far as like card wise. I don't run Blessing of Serenity, but I run all of these others. Usually I've seen people run one of these, but not both. Sometimes one of these is usually missing, but I like it. Looks pretty good. 2 Midas Touch compared to the one I run. Also not a bad choice. Buckle, Headbutt, that's great for the Tekla matchup together. Also just really good cards in general. Headbutt's one that I've wanted to run, but just there's not space for it in my list. I like all the rest of my blues better. Leave Him Speechless is definitely an interesting one. I've wanted to try it. The blue block, the 2 block kind of turns me away from it. Because, you know, we want all of our cards to block 3, and sometimes this is kind of an awkward card. If you don't have more life than your opponent, then you have to take your action point to play it on your turn. And typically you want to be swinging hammer. It's also not a 3 cost for the hammer, but you know, you're not usually wanting to pitch this to hammer. Command Respect and Concuss are also interesting. I don't typically like these at blue because if you just send it with a might, it's still just 3, which sure, it triggers the on hit, and that's, you know, valuable into some decks, but I prefer having it out of color where it has a breakpoint. So the red one comes in for 4. The yellow one will also come in for 4. I personally think yellow is correct to run over blue, but we'll test it out. The guy who was running it said that it felt really good for him. Same with Command Respect. It's just arsenal instead of hand, which is slightly less important, hence why there's only 2 of them. It's kind of like a mini CNC though, so it's nice to have 5 of those. This one just obviously doesn't turn off D-reacts like CNC does. These are the 2 that I was most surprised to see when I was watching it on stream. Towering Titan, good card. Usually just going to be a 3 block. It's a blue. But if you're, you know, playing into a setup deck and you happen to draw a hand that plays this, that's great. Especially like if it's another Guardian who's just maybe just sends a Titan's Fist and you can block it with 2 cards and use your other 3 from hand to pitch for a Titan from Arsenal. It's definitely not unplayable, and is kind of one of my pet cards that I wish worked a lot better. And the old switcheroo, obviously it's in there for Victor, just some extra tech against him. Don't think it's a terrible card, just it's never been a huge priority of mine to include in fatigue lists. I've actually never seen anyone run this card until today. But yeah, there's pretty much everything else is the same. We're only on 2 Liar's Charms. I think that's fine. I've considered going down to 2 sometimes, but you know, we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, we are paired into a Marionette, which is somebody I haven't even played into on my normal list. That's unfortunate. We almost got to play a Towering Titan turn 0. Ooh, Ripple Away is also super good into Marionette. I haven't gotten to talk about that yet since, as I just mentioned, I haven't played him yet. But that is a super good card to stop them from making Calliceras off of something like a Norweaver. we're going to put this withstand in the arsenal. They're definitely going to send something big enough to use it at some point. Oh, 2 ripple aways. Kind of would have liked to see those a little bit later, I think, but yeah. And we don't really block claves in this matchup. Rampart obviously doesn't cover clave because it has piercing, and we don't want to give a card just for a dagger. Oh, let's go. Hit him with the ripple away. And then, yep, perfect place to use our withstand. And they will get to transform here into Black Widow. Nice. Unfortunately, this is just hammer for 3, even though we had a might, because ripple away is sadly a 2 cost. Still, amazing card. We're not going to be taking it out of the deck. Yep. And they probably turn into Orweaver here. Get their Calicera. Yep. And we can't prevent that one off of ripple away, because that only prevents from action cards. But it was nice to stop it for a second. I think maybe there's an argument to not swing hammer there, so they can't do that interaction. But who knows? Yep. Ooh, nice. We'll give you those. Yeah, we'll use Hardy Findle there. Scar tissue, nice. And yep, cover some more there. We could use, oh wow. They just have all the reactions. Yeah, I think we go into Oasis even though we don't get the life gain off of it, because there's not a guarantee they actually send that next card. They don't know what it is. Very nice. One hit mark. Yep. Ah, Codex. That's pretty good. Ugh, and that puts a ripple away in my arsenal. Ugh. I think I have the perfect response to this. Target myself. Discard the CNC. That way we aren't forced to put a ripple away in arsenal, because that is our only other attack. Because he also can't get back any arsenal disruption yet. So we just got a CNC in our arsenal, which we were going to put there anyways. And we just take one off this and we're immune to the hand disruption now. So overall, not a bad turn. This list does run overcrowded, so thankfully eventually it's up at a certain point we will be immune to Codex, but not yet. I think that looks like a good steadfast target. We'll pitch there. Always good to prevent the mark when we can. It just isn't usually convenient. Yeah, we'll just cover everything. They spent more cards that turn than we did. We are happy. This list seems to be on a bit more blues than I normally see Mario lists on. Which is a little unfortunate for us as a fatigue deck, but I think we should be okay. Yeah. I think we'll go ahead and just block one so we can take the 1 damage and lose the mark. Sure. Incision. Unfortunate. Unfortunately, withstand does not work after we've already defended. Okay. Interesting place to leave off the turn, but or whatever. Yeah, we'll just send CNC for 4. Put the power play in Arsenal. Very nice. That is what we want to see. Oof, unfortunate. Okay. Oh, an inertia token. Okay. Oh, yeah, he can do that. Nine. Not bad. Six, 7, 8, 9. Because we can use, we're not going to pay for, oh, I guess we can. But instead of paying for Rampart, we can use Tunic Counter to activate Lyath and get a Might for our power play. Yeah, send that in for 7. We do know he is on some D-reacts. Probably gonna see one here. Nope, just taking 4. Works for me. Gain our 3 life. And there's our overcrowded. Love to see it. Don't think we'll use it though. I think we'll just block 4 here. Because then we lose the mark. It's always nice to lose the mark. To be fair, he does have the clave to follow up with. Although maybe that is a fine target for... I think we do just block clave with overcrowded if he sends it. Because we want to get that card into the grave. Ah, okay. Well, that works for me too. No way. I think I have to quell this away because I really don't want to lose overcrowded. I need it for the last 2 codexes. Yeah, we'll pay 1 to quell. Because, oh, I undid my last action somehow. Yeah, only 1 overcrowded in this list. So, we need that. That was good. Quell you. I don't know why he decided to swing dagger. I had the quell. Well, we're playing the next Remembrance we see because we want to get that overcrowded shuffle back out or back up. No, go again. Gee. Smells fishy. Yeah, I think we'll just block 4. It's like if he doesn't react, cool. Ah, unfortunate. Now this is where I'm not sure how this works. Does it go back up to 1? No. Okay. So it does count negatives. I didn't actually know that about Flesh and Blood, to be honest. But it's good to know now. I'm basically taking 3. Can make it 2 with charm. Nah, I'll just take it. There's another shelter. Perfect. I'm so glad I saved that Liar's Charm. Very tempted to use one of these. I'll take it. Okay. Calicera. Okay. Take one. Ah. I want to know what he wants to save an arsenal. Haha, I will take that. And then we just know there's a scar tissue in there. And then we CNC for 4 and hopefully take that scar tissue. And okay, +3 on hit mark. Get no reactions. Sure. I don't either. I'll save it for when you do block. Fiddlers. That is always so nice to line up. See one of those. No, it doesn't have any tarantula toxins anytime soon. Oh wait, I should probably get back to this. I'll pay with Citadel. That's always a good one to pay with, because we're going to get it back. Yep. +3, I could expect that. Boom. Alright, now we get to use this card. I have never gotten to use it before. What should we name? I haven't paid too much attention to his pitch stack. But I know he's pitched. I know I watched him pitch double Tarantula Toxin just a few turns ago, so I know it's not that. Let's name Kiss of Death. No idea if that's right or not. a decent chance he's got one. Interesting. Um, yeah, that works for me. We'll block with Rampart too, just in case he's got some sneaky tricks. Wait. Yes, that's right. Sorry about that. I'm having allergies. Jesus. I've also got my window open right now. That's definitely not helping. Let me shut that in a minute. I'm sorry, guys. We're pitching this Oasis. No. Ah, finally he blocks one and I can charm it. This is great. That's my last CNC in deck right now, so that was great to line up. Obviously, we can remember it's back if we need to. But always nice to not have to worry about that. That's more D-reacts than I thought. I think I do want to remember back CNCs. Interesting. Little Bigfoot. Well. I mean, we can send it off this hand. Oh, wow. That's so lucky. Well, guess we'll just be sending a... Oh, wait, no. I got an inertia. Okay, cool. I don't have to worry about that. I feel like Codex of Inertia would be such a better card if it didn't give your opponent an inertia. Because like that would totally brick me if I had to block out every turn. Interesting. I think we do it here and name Kiss of Death again. That'd be so funny if he's got a Kiss of Death. Nice. not bad. One, two. Hope he doesn't have a reaction. So otherwise I can cleanly cover this. Hello. No, that I think it just pitched Oasis to hero ability. Reload the page. What? I wish you could read chat better when you were streaming. Like, I know it's like, I don't know. It's not even to like protect privacy because streamer mode's turned on. Ooh, nice. Leave no witnesses. Yep. I will give you a gravekeeping. Take my gravekeeping. Oh, wait. Did I? No, I didn't block with that. Man. That's okay. It's just 1 silver. He needs 2 for it to matter. That's unfortunate, though. We missed on both Leaf Speechless. However, I didn't pick a bad card, I think. I don't know, unless they only run like 1 Kiss of Death. But that card's kind of insane, so I don't know why they wouldn't. Or why they do that. Be a little odd. I don't know what my second remembrance is. I pitched 1 early. I guess the other one must have been at the bottom. Okay, you can get your silly little dagger hit. You can mark me, whatever. Pay 1 for Rampart. Got a reaction? That'd be cool. Ooh, Incision. Oasis. Get tricked. Mark me. Okay. Hammer for 3. Because I'm cool like that. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I almost didn't play my sigil out. There's my remembrance. Sure. I think we'll withstand here. Technically, Steadfast covers it better, but I think they're going to react. I don't know. Yeah, it would have been better. Who knows? No reaction. Clave for 1. Sure. I'll take the 1. You gonna break a silver to draw a card? It'd be funny. And an almost okay way to convert that tunic counter into the extra 2 resources there. Alright. Pitch that one. Make a might. And yes, I am getting all 3 CNCs back. He's got like 3 D-Reacts left in the deck, if not more. I saw a Safer scene and he hasn't played any. So I'm assuming he's got 3 left, as well as 1 more shelter. Yep, go ahead and take 4. Inertia Trap. That's crazy. Well, guess we lose our little prevention we saved, but that's fine. Come back to me, my CNCs. Oh, we're breaking a silver. Must not have been a good hand. +1, that's scary. Yeah, sorry, you're not marking me again. He has no codexes, right? Yeah, they're all gone. Maybe Inertia or Blood Rot, but not of Frailty. Please don't have another Inertia Trap. That would be so sad. He probably does. God. It's not even an action. I wanted to put that power play in Arsenal. We could send the Concuss, or we can just send Titan's Fist. I think with how low they are on deck, we just want to start trying to disrupt their hand every turn if possible. Although, he's probably got some D-Reacts left to cover this. No, just card from hand. Nice. Maybe I was wrong about how many D-Reacts he's on. Maybe it's just an uneven number. I hate when people run uneven numbers of things. It makes me not know what's in their deck. And as a Fatigue player, I like knowing what's in people's decks. And what I have left to take out of their decks. Sure. Ooh. We don't like that. Expected more for some reason. We could send that for 6, honestly. Well, 7. I think that's the best idea, because we can't play the Terror Sunder. It's not really important that we do. They're so low on cards and really threats, probably. There's that favor scene we saw. Maybe it's just the one. Just 1, 3, 4 lock D-Reacts, 2 shelters, and 1 fate. I don't know. I don't really keep up with what Mario lists do nowadays. Remembrance. Oops. Sorry. I forgot to make this one a competitive CC. Definitely there, at least. I feel like we should block more because, you know, they probably got a reaction in hand. What do they have? Not scar tissue. No more red stains. Oh. Tarantula toxin. Yeah, probably drench toxin here. Just that. Play the Oasis. Pitching. I don't know, CNC. Nice. I was expecting more. Guess we're not around at the T-Tox yet. Or maybe he just wants full value out of it. We'll pitch Remembrance. We don't really need it right now. We are far ahead on deck count, and all of our powerful cards are still in the deck. Namely, this CNC. Never thought you would hate CNC for 4 so much. Ooh, give me Tunic. Respectable. I'm okay with it. Ooh. 8. Nice. Not bad. No follow-up though. Fortunately, I don't either. But it's okay. I've got a CNC in Arsenal. And he has 2 cards in deck. So, I'm not too worried. Hey, that's Sigil I pitched. Yeah, I'm not worried about the 1. He's definitely got another Tarantula Toxin. But it's fine. Yep. Yep. Sure, we're taking damage, but it doesn't really mean anything at this point. Sure, whatever. Flicking the clave. Smart. Okay, go again. Oh, flicking Kiss of Death. I see. Also makes sense. Smart. Not letting me have an arsenal to target. That's fine. I'll just send hammer. Same damage. You're not going to get a chance to get an arsenal again. And you can't send 14 damage with the rest of your deck. Not without just like sending daggers every turn. Ooh. We're going to put this Terrace under an arsenal just to finish off the game because I can tell this person will not finish playing until the game is fully over. Some people would concede at this point. Some people like to play it out just to the last second, which is understandable. You know, you haven't actually lost until you've, lost. Or something. So we'll tear asunder to take most of the cards that are left out of their hand. Yeah, I don't think he's got any real attacks left. I think it's just daggers. This should help though. Because he can't block that out. Unless he's got a D-react hiding somewhere. Yep, and there we go. All right, that was nice. This feels pretty good. We very comfortably just beat that Mario. There wasn't really anything I disliked. The little Bigfoots, like, obviously they weren't great into Mario, but, you know, I can see how they'd be helpful in another deck. Maybe the next round I'll play into someone slower. Stonewall Gauntlet was interesting. I don't... I prefer the Ironhide Gauntlet. It's guaranteed to block. Apologies, I'm yawning. Whereas Stonewall Gauntlet is, you know, sometimes just one block. But into a lot of fears, it is two or more sometimes. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, let's play another game with it. All right, so we are actually recording this game a few days later. I recorded the second game, and we ended up having to not include it because my opponent conceded, like halfway through the game, and I figured that doesn't make for great content. So, oh well, lovely, thanks. Guess I'll wait for someone new to join. That works. But yeah, the game was going great and everything. I was playing against a Dorinthia, and it just didn't work. Oh, well, looks like they disconnected again. Nobody wants to play into Lyath now that the fatigue list made, you know, good results. Ooh, this one could be difficult. We're going to put Pummel back in for this one. This one's especially difficult now that everyone knows Lyath plays Fatigue, because if RKO boards for Fatigue, this becomes a very annoying matchup. And they're on 64 cards. It's never a good sign. Then again, that just could be normal RKO. I haven't played into him enough to really know. Okay, this does not look like Fatigue. Or not necessarily Fatigue, but I guess he'd probably still be playing his normal cards in addition to all the others. Okay. It's tempting to save that to put in the arsenal, but I think power play is better to put in the arsenal. Assuming we draw a 3-cost blue, yep. Oh, well, yeah, I do think that's still the right card to put in the arsenal. Yeah. tempting to overpitch with the Liar's Charm because we really only want to see it next to CNC, and this list is only on 2 of them. But I think worst case, we just pitch it to Withstand. Yeah, interesting. Nimby, nice. I like this Tekken RKO. Play Nimby, search for Blue Nimblism. You've got your card to activate KO. It's also tempting to play it right there to get us above life on them. Okay. Yeah, we'll just block like that. I'm kind of expecting a pummel here, but it's okay because we have an Oasis just in case. Yep. And we'll pitch the Withstand for this one. Okay. Wonder he's grabbing. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, and line crossers made us gain a life off Oasis. That's actually hilarious. Because we are considered lower than them in equal life totals, so that let us get above them in life. That's awesome. But we drew a sigil anyway, so it would have been fine. Unfortunate. He's got the boo anyways for it. I think we're going to pitch the Towering Titan here. Oh, interesting. Ah, I see. Yeah, and then Tunic for Big Bully. Oh, no, we're just sending E-Strike. Okay. This is kind of unfortunate. Yeah. We can't afford to not block with the Towering Titan, because that one's a 2-block. So we do go down to 40 here, which is unfortunate. But it's all right. Ah, we have Heart of Yendal, so it's fine. Okay. I think we just block 5 with the Blessing and Little Bigfoot. Yeah, stay at 40. Wait for this. Respond with Heart of Yendal, so we gain a life, and Big Bully doesn't trigger. Yep, and he'll probably make this 6, but it's fine. Could always be another pummel. Nope. Yep, we'll take the damage. That's okay. I don't like playing this matchup without Rouse, and we already blocked one of our Towering Titans, unfortunately. But we'll see. It might be alright still. Sorry, we got it again. Just in case he activates KO here, we've got Steadfast to prevent it. Nope, sounds good. Which is good for me because I want to be able to send CNC for 4. Very nice. Glad to see a big bully gone. And Steadfast safely in Arsenal. Okay. Yeah, I think that's right. Block 2, take 1, gain 3. But also, I can't really use this hand well. I think we can, but it's only going to send Hammer for 4. And he can block that with this and a card from hand, or this and a card from hand, or just a 4-cost D-React. 4-block D-React, excuse me. I think we'll just send Hammer for 4 again. And we'll pitch these. We want the Towering Titan pitched away for later. Yep, see, he had the D-React. This is very clearly boarded for fatigue. He's got all 12 D-Reacts. Chance of Brutality. Okay. That's an on hit, right? Yeah. We're just gonna get rid of that with Steadfast. I'm not worried. What do you got? I don't think that was what we wanted to pitch, but it's okay. It's not a huge deal. Yep, Savage Claw. Ooh, that would have been good. Pitch that for later when we have less life, maybe. We'll send Hammer for 4 and park the Sigil in Arsenal. Sigil of Solace is the perfect Arsenal target against RKO. I talk about that a lot in my other video. I haven't actually posted my RKO game with my list. It's just one I've got sitting around waiting. I don't always have a lot of time to play, so I like to record games in advance, and then if I haven't had time to record a game in a while, I have footage to post still. Okay, I like seeing the scabs block. Swing big. Okay. I mean, yeah, 2 for 8. Can't say that's bad. I don't have enough stuff to get back yet. Honestly, we may want to put that Towering Titan back on our deck. That's gonna block 7. I'll take 1. Yeah. I think I'm gonna use Tunic Counter and Remembrance and just keep the other blue in hand. Oh, right. I thought I already paid that for some reason. Yeah, that works for me. Give me 2 cards for my Titan's Fist. Oh, what do you thought I was gonna do? Ooh, pummel. Oh? Well, that's a turn. Titan's Fist for 3. Only 3. I'm definitely not giving it +5 in the reaction step. Because we haven't pitched a 3 cost yet, so that'll buff Titan's Fist by 1, and then pummel buff by 2. 4, sorry. Very nice. Of course, another sigil. Thankfully, though, I have my other sigil too. Ah, well, the crowd's booing you anyways here. Yep, get your Vigor token. Yeah, now I can send this for 8. and bluff another problem from Arsenal because he knows I'm at least running one, and I've been sitting on that Arsenal for a minute. It would not be unreasonable to assume that's a pummel. But also, I don't think there's anything he can do about it if it is. Nice. Works for me. However, he also knows that's not a pummel in my arsenal now. Unfortunately, he's already been booed, so that is doubled. However, I can stop the on-play boo. Yeah, so we're blocking 5, gaining 3, preventing 4. As much as I like that, I think I want to block with CNC instead to leave me room to swing hammer afterwards. So we'll be taking 3, down to 42, swinging hammer. Still have sigil to get around a boo next later on. Yeah, that's fine. We are doing just fine on the fatigue aspect. Yep. Expected that. Oh, I forgot Fiddlers was already gaining 3, so I'm still above. Yeah. That was definitely the correct play there. And I was in hammer for 5. Also, Terra Sender is now officially online, as long as he doesn't draw a D-React that turn, which it looks like he's on 6. I haven't seen any Fate for scenes. I think I would have seen him by now. I guess I only have one anyways. Sure. You got me. I'll take 1. He doesn't seem to be playing against fatigue well. Usually the RKOs that I play against, if they're playing into fatigue or playing, yeah. If they know how to play into fatigue, they're pitching tons of reds for later on. And I haven't really seen him do that yet. Like, he's pitched 1 or 2, but I think that was just because that was all he had in hand. CNC, okay. This is not a good hand. Actually, I want to undo that. He could be playing a pummel from Arsenal here. Which unfortunately he just saw my Oasis, but I think it's fine. Yeah. Send Fist. We're going to pitch Oasis and use the Tunic counter to activate Lyath. Try to get up to 5 mites, or 2 mites to send Terra Sunder Hammer for 6. Not super likely that'll happen. We've already seen 2 Terra Sunders. So I have to draw the next one. Let's go ahead and do that. Hey, look at that. Unfortunately, this hand doesn't send that very well. 2 vigors. What do we got? A big bully here would suck. Oh, Savage Claw for 7. This sucks. Yeah, I wish that hand had more blues and a 3-cost blue besides Terra Sunder, because Titan's Fist wouldn't have even come in for 6. It would still have been 5 with 2 mites. So we're just going to cover 7 here. Oh, nice. What did he grab? Villainous pose, show of strength, and booze. That's some interesting choices for sure. Yeah. Hammer for 4, 5. Not complaining. Ooh, overcrowded. Works for me. Interesting. What could he have? Show of strength. Interesting. I think we're going to respond and make sure he can't play a pummel. Because this would be a great hand to send pummel, and he didn't block out when he could have.
especially when his attack was free. And didn't roll scabs. Suspicious. Hate they don't have a 3 cost for hammer. That's routinely been the one thing I dislike about this list, is there are a lot less 3 costs. Because you're not running the rouse package, you don't care about the big attacks quite as much. I wish I could play Gravekeeping next turn. It'd be just as good as swinging hammer. Nah, hammer will still come in for 3. Also, I'm fairly certain there's a pummel in his arsenal. Oh no, my aura tokens. That's never going to be getting to me. I don't have mites when I'm attacking. Interesting. I mean, yeah. Got 1 CNC left. I feel like now's a good time to save the Liar's Charm. No, I pitched a CNC. I won't be seeing it for a while. Oh well. Yeah. Like, I didn't lose any value there. If he had made it 6, he wouldn't have lost any cards from deck to do it. Yeah. Never seen an Archaea running Cruel Ambition. Do we gamble here? I think we gamble here. I'm gonna guess he has a show of strength in hand. It'd be a good reason to roll scabs. And I feel like doing Liar's Charm 2 is a bit risky, but we're going to do it because it doesn't block and I don't need the pitch this turn. Okay, not doing that. And you rolled a 5. Nice, 2 action points. Let's see you send that show of strength. I think now is a good time to two-faced. We really just threw everything at this turn. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm amazing. That's so funny. Ah. Now I have to decide, do I... I think I take... I don't know if I take the show of strength or not. Because if I take the show of strength, he uses the outside interference to grab something. But if I take the outside interference, he has nothing left this turn, which is hilarious. I think we take the show of strength, just because it's just we need to. It's such a good card. That's hilarious. It's gonna take me so long to get over that. I love it. Let's see what he grabs. Nothing. Okay. That works for me. Oh, that was amazing. Ooh. Rolling on scabs. Got a 2. Okay, now I have to think through this turn because we can play Towering Titan here. And I think we're ahead enough. Well, oh, actually, yeah, he's just sending Mocking Blow for 12. So we will be blocking here. Yeah. We're gonna block with that too. It hurts, but yep, understandable. That's just too much damage to take. And we're well ahead on fatigue. We don't need it right now. It's just good for when we have the space. But he's also got a show of strength in arsenal, so probably not going to get the space for a minute. He'll always be able to send big damage. We're just going to keep the life lead and keep whittling him down with hammer. We are almost at double their deck size. Getting close. Scabs. Ooh, rolled another 1. 2, sorry. Only 1 action point. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to play the show of strength into something. Which, fair. Oh, okay. We're just playing show of strength. That works. Yep. I'm going to be blocking 7. Yeah. Pitching here. And here. And here. Yep, I think we have safely won this game. Down to 15 cards in deck. Probably not many threats. We've seen all the shows of strength. There's still a swing big. No CNCs, no big bullies. There's still a Chains of Brutality, probably. Ooh, that sucks, buddy. And you know what I'm going to do with that? I'm going to play this Towering Titan. Bruh. I feel bad for this guy now. That's so sad. You gotta at least say sorry. And we'll send Little Bigfoot. Yeah, that's just gotta feel so bad. Rolling scabs, rolling a 1 on scab. It's 2 turns in a row. Yeah, don't roll scabs again. It's not gonna go well for you. You got your 6 attack, that's good. Yeah, just on hit you lose your arsenal. Fair enough. So all we want is to strip his hand at this point. Hey, there's my Terra Sunder. I think we are safe to just take the damage. Like, it's like this was like a 5 or a 6, but yeah, so this will be 10 damage. Yeah, how many D-reacts does he have left? 1 shelter. Probably not worth it. Yep. I've kept this Sigil and Solace in my arsenal for so long. Which, like, I mean, I haven't needed my arsenal space yet. Yeah, just give me line crossers. You don't need them. You are not tying me for life. I can kind of just block out the rest of the game and you lose. You will run out of cards. There's the swing big. I knew we'd see it eventually. He had another pummel. That's crazy. It's alright. We just blocked 9 in response and minus the attack by 1, so we end up only taking 2. Yeah, I could quell a point of damage with the tune counter technically, but I'm not worried about it. I'd rather save it for a point where it could potentially matter later, since that didn't matter. Yeah. Sorry, but I don't need my life anymore. I'm sending Terrace under. I just want to take your last couple cards and we can be done with all this. Ah, did he have it? There's the last D-React. Alright. Then we'll go ahead and get that back. And probably 2 CNCs. Yeah. We just want to be taking the rest of the cards now. Hey, look. Nice. Unfortunately, it's a lot of damage, but we're taking it. What's important is getting those last couple cards. And I know you can't block this one. Yep. There goes 33% of his remaining deck. Oh, that's so funny. We actually did get the value out of the sigil. His very last boo chance. And he doesn't get it. So sad. And yes, I drew my last Terrace under. Not my last one, I forgot. We recycled that one back in, so we still have another one in deck too. But this is ideally how our end game goes. We just send Terrace under into Terrace under into Terrace under into Terrace under. And yeah, going to lose 2 of his 4 cards here. And then probably just send Claw the rest of the game. Oh, there's still another Mocking Blow. Interesting. Technically, probably should have done that differently, but it's okay. We're just going to pitch everything for this concussed to take a card out of hand, make this go faster. I feel like really we can just kill him from here, but it's faster, which is something you need for, in-person games at tournaments if we force him to block here, because if he doesn't block, he has to discard a card. Yep. And I still have a Remembrance left to get back anything that I want, and more cards that take cards out of your hand. Let's say I still have. I'm looking in the wrong spot. I still have a Concuss left in deck too. Props to him for sticking it out through this whole game, I guess. Yep, there's my last Concuss. And that's the game. Though with how long he's dragged this out, he may not concede when he runs out of cards. He may force me to kill him with Hammer Swings, which would be funny. There we go. Good game. Alrighty. And there is our second game with the calling list. Only 9.79 value for turn, which is fair. We were playing into a deck that doesn't make us block with our whole hand. This is a good game, though. I don't hate this list. I think if I played it myself, or built a Rouseless list, I would still have more 3 costs. I don't like this card. I understand it's in there for Victor, and it's probably very helpful into Victor, but I don't like it. Leave Him Speechless is funny, but I don't think it's good enough to run in the deck because it's like half the time it's just a gamble, and it's only a 2-block. So I think I would cut this from my own list. But the rest of it, Command Respect and Concuss are fine choices. I don't really like Command Respect. I would probably swap it for a different 3 cost. Buckle is fine. That and Headbutt are really good into Teklo, which is a really hard matchup for us. Not that it's very common though. But yeah, I like the list. And yeah, that's about it. Make sure you go check out my other videos playing my list, which is, in my opinion, better. But this one is, of course, quite playable. And I'll see you next time.